Hello. How's it going? I thought that I would do a little different video today. It is Valentine's Day. Oh wait, I have a little mic now. I don't know if it works. So anyways, it is Valentine's Day today. Happy Valentine's Day. And I need to get ready. And so I thought that I would get ready and also just give you guys a little life update. I have some things that I want to share and we're just gonna chit chat while I get ready. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you up on a lot of things. So let me first begin by saying that I just did a SIBO cleanse, a 2-week SIBO protocol where I took antibiotics along with like some other supplements and things to really help heal my SIBO, get rid of it. And I also did a low FODMAP diet for 2 weeks. So I did share a video about like everything that I ate, just to give you guys some inspiration for like meals and things like that if you were to do a low FODMAP diet, because it was a little bit challenging. But anyways, I have that video. I'll link it down below for you guys. But basically I did a low FODMAP diet, and hold on, I can never remember like what the low FODMAP means. Low FODMAP stands for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. It was a diet where I spent 2 weeks kind of either eliminating food or I was having smaller portion sizes of food because of how it like ferments in your body. So basically it's supposed to be really good for your digestion if you have like IBS or SIBO or anything like that. It's kind of an elimination diet where you can pinpoint what is causing discomfort. And sorry, let me brighten this up. Okay, is that better? So yeah, basically I did that for 2 weeks, and I'll do a whole nother video specifically on SIBO and the diet and everything like that, but I just wanted to mention that I did do that for 2 weeks and I feel a lot better. I had a pretty challenging week last week, which was my last week doing it, which I'll talk a little bit about, but for the most part I was really trying to focus on, you know, taking all my supplements. I had to take the antibiotic 3 times a day, so just really taking the antibiotic and my supplements at the right time, getting enough sleep, trying to be, you know, not stressed, like just really taking care of my body, not like doing too many stressful things, just to let my body heal and stuff. So I did that for 2 weeks and I do feel a lot better. I don't know if I'm gonna retake a SIBO test. I mean, I would like to, just to be 100% sure that I got rid of it. Because I did have both hydrogen and methane SIBO. My hydrogen levels were higher than my methane levels, so they were a bit higher. Hopefully I got rid of it. I do feel a lot better. I can tell my bloating has gone down significantly, like a lot. And I'm just feeling better. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't have any major die-off symptoms. Sometimes that can happen. Basically my symptoms were like a headache and I was fatigued, but it wasn't anything too crazy, you know? Like I wasn't like having flu-like symptoms. Sometimes that can happen. Overall, I was feeling like pretty good. Besides the last week, so I wanted to talk a little bit in this video about just how I've been like mentally, because if I'm being honest, like the last year has been really tough because I have had, sorry, I'm trying to cover up my second chin here. I have this like hormonal acne spot, which is bothering me, but whatever. So basically the past year, I lost both of my grandmothers, which was really hard. One was kind of expected, like she had been sick for a while. So, you know, I had time to say goodbye and to be with her, and just like, I knew it was coming, you know, like I had time to prepare, like emotionally for that. And my other grandmother, who I was closer to, she had Alzheimer's, but she was still like herself. She just like had a really bad memory, but she was still herself, and like she would joke around and laugh and just was so grateful and so happy, which I feel like our family was really lucky to have that, because a lot of people who have Alzheimer's can be really angry and unhappy and just really confused. And anyways, she was you know, very happy, very grateful, was in like physically good shape, because I really think, you know, she prioritized walking, like going on daily walks every single day and just like moving her body. I mean, obviously when she got older, she would not move it as much and like kind of sit around a little bit more, but you know, she was like an pretty active person. So she passed kind of suddenly, actually a few days before she was gonna go into a assisted living home, because we were just at the point with our family where it was just getting harder for someone to be with her like 24/7, and like financially and stuff. You know, it was gonna be a little bit easier to put her in assisted living so that someone could care for her like 24/7. Anyways, she passed just a few days before she was gonna go into assisted living, which was honestly a blessing, because she would have not liked assisted living, I don't think, because she is just a homebody and just loves being at home on her farm and just like, you know, being in her surroundings and stuff. Both my grandmothers passed within like a short amount of time of each other, like within 6 months of each other. So I felt like I was kind of dealing with a lot of grief and like change at once. You know, when someone dies suddenly like that, it's really hard because you weren't like mentally prepared for it, you know, like, yes, they're older. Yes, she had Alzheimer's and things like that, but I thought that she would at least have like a few more years. It was just hard to come to terms with like her just not being there anymore. And I'm really trying not to cry because I just, you know, I miss both of them so much, but I was really close with my grandmother who had Alzheimer's, so it's still like very hard to talk about, but I know that she is like still with me, and I feel like I'm a very spiritual person. I'm not like very religious. She was very religious, but I'm more like spiritual, so I do feel like, you know, her soul lives on, and I think that she comes to me in dreams and I feel her presence with me, and so that's like very comforting and just like something that helps me get through the grief. So anyways, that's just been like a big part of my life this past year, is like working through grief and allowing myself to like feel all the emotions and not like suppress anything, because, you know, sometimes people can distract themselves and try to like not ignore the situation, but just like move on from it. So I had to really learn how I coped best with things and how I needed to emotionally like deal with it. And that involved like a lot of crying. So I allowed myself to cry a lot. Any time that I felt like crying, I would just allow myself to. And I mean, luckily I do work from home. So, I mean, I can kind of cry at any point and it'd be okay. You know, sometimes like if people are working in an office, like you obviously can't be like crying all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like just allowing yourself to feel whatever emotions come up. They can be at random points, but I think it's so important to feel your feelings and work through them. Like you just have to go right through them. You know, there's no way around your emotions, because if you don't feel them like completely and just like whenever they come up, if you suppress them, I really truly feel like they can manifest in different ways, whether it's like anger or manifest in a more like physical way, like sickness or something like that. So I journal a lot, I cry a lot, I just try to work through it the best way I can. And so those two things, like specifically journaling and crying, have really helped me so much through the grieving process. Yeah, I just thought that I would share that because it's hard because life keeps going on and moving on, and you have to do your daily tasks, you have to work, you have to hang out with friends, you can't like isolate yourself, you know. Life does move on, even if you're kind of feeling stuck in your feelings, in your emotions, like whatever's going on in your internal world, you know, the outside world, it still goes on. I think that just doing the best you can every day, that's all you can really do. And that's what I've been trying to do. And some days are a lot easier than others. The other thing that has happened recently, I know that I've talked about this at some point, is my dog Millie, who is just the best thing that has truly happened to me in my 20s, is having Millie. She has kidney failure, and she got diagnosed with kidney failure in 2023, and so she's had it for a while. She had like early stage of kidney failure in 2023, but it's just kind of gotten worse. And you know, she's on a ton of medication. I literally give her fluids, like an IV at home, every other day. I'm doing it every day right now, pretty much. But I just know that she's getting older, and it's just really hard to watch, because I know that she can't live forever. But just within the past few weeks, she has kind of declined a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm about to do my mascara and I know I'm gonna cry. Okay, let me just talk about it before I do my mascara. So in the last few weeks, she's just declined a lot. Well, honestly, in the last few months, like she used to love playing with her. She used to love playing with her ball, you know, being happy. She loved eating. She would literally eat anything, and she was just a happy dog. She would always wake me up at like 5 a.m. to take her out and to feed her. And, you know, she would just, you know, be full of life. And within the last few months, she's stopped playing with her ball. She doesn't really wake me up in the mornings. She just like sleeps a lot and just seems like unhappy. And so last week she had like a really bad day where she was just like laying on the floor weird, and she wasn't really getting up, and it was just so hard to watch. And so I took her to the vet, and I was like explaining to him like all this stuff, you know, everything that's been happening. Like I knew that she is getting closer to going to doggy heaven, and you know, I know that. Okay, I'm really trying not to cry. So he basically suggested that, you know, if she isn't happy, if she's not doing the things that she likes, you know, it's not really a good life for her. I would obviously love for her to die at home, like in her sleep, just peacefully, but in reality, that's just like not the case. And so I had talked about like maybe putting her down, and he suggested that it would be better to do that before it gets really bad, because you don't want them to be like in pain, and you don't want to wait too late and then like have regret about waiting too long, and you know, stuff like that. And so and this was last week. Actually, no, I think it might have been 2 weeks ago when I went to see him. But basically last week, I got my mom to call the vet and like schedule an appointment to put her to sleep on the 23rd. And since then, like, she's had some good days, but then she's had like some bad days where she doesn't want to eat anything and she'll throw up, and like she has all this medicine that she needs to take, but like she can't take the medicine if she's like throwing up and not eating. And so she's lost a lot of weight, and she just sleeps a lot. She doesn't like wag her tail. And so she just doesn't seem like, sorry, I'm really trying not to cry. She just doesn't seem like happy, and like I just don't want to put her down when she has more life to live. And like if you are a dog parent, then you know like how hard it is to make that choice for your animal. Like, who am I to make the decision of like when to end her life on earth, you know? Like, why am I the one deciding that? I literally spent like 7 days crying like all day. I would cry like multiple times a day, and like I was trying to release all the emotions, you know, really cry it out, really just like grieve. And it's just been really hard because I just don't know if I'll feel ready next weekend. When we made that appointment, like part of me wants to cancel it, but then like today she's had such a bad day where she's just been sleeping all day, and like I can tell she's just so weak, and she doesn't eat anything. She wouldn't even eat chicken. Like, I made her chicken, she wouldn't even eat it. And you know, the vet is just like, you're doing all that you can, like you've done all that you can. Like, we're literally giving her IVs, you know, at home. Anyways, I've just been dealing with that, and it just feels like I'm dealing with so much grief and like transformation and growth all at once, like all within this last year. I'm just like, can I get a break? Can I just pause? Because it's hard to show up as like the best version of yourself for other people, for your work, when you're having to deal with like so much loss, so much like grief. And I know a lot of people can relate to that, and sometimes it feels like I'm in my own world where it's like kind of foggy, and I'm like trying to see outside and see like the world that I'm like physically in, but like mentally I'm so like, it's so hazy, and it's just really hard to explain. And like, I know things will get better, and like time truly heals a lot of pain. Dealing with the loss of my grandmothers, and then now having to deal with like the decline of my dog and potentially having to put her down. It's just been a lot, and I'm trying to like release these emotions in a healthy way. Also, I feel bad for like coming on here and bringing any kind of like negativity or complaint or anything like that. It's just, I just wanted to share my experience with grief and the challenges. I know a lot of people can relate but I know that I'm also blessed with amazing friends, an amazing partner, an amazing family who are great support systems. Like I have a great support system, and I'm able to afford the things that I need. I'm able to afford good food, and I'm able to work with like a functional medicine doctor who has been helping me with SIBO and all my other health things. So I do try to focus on a lot of things that I'm grateful for, but also still give myself some space for the moments where I might not be feeling as grateful. But I always want to come back to gratitude, because in this life we have so much to be thankful for, and we have so much that we don't really recognize every day. Like it's so easy to focus on the negative, like, oh, this is happening, this is so bad, blah, blah, blah. Like for my dog, you know, for instance, like, yes, it's so sad, and it's okay to feel sad and to be mad and to feel like I should have done more and things like that. But I'm also so grateful because, you know, she came in my life like 10 years ago and has been with me through all of my 20s and has just been the best companion. And I feel like I've really tried to give her the best life possible and so much love, and like it's just so great that we get to love, you know, we get to love people and animals and anything. It's just like the best part of life. But it also comes with a lot of heartache too, because if you love something so much, you know, there's a possibility that one day that you could lose it. So anyways, I feel like I can do my mascara now. So I am just trying to really soak up the time that I have right now with Millie, because whether I keep that appointment on the 23rd or not, you know, I know that she's probably not gonna be with me for much longer just because of how she's like acting. So I'm really just trying to soak every minute with her up. Just try to love on her and do things that I know that she likes. Like she loves going for a ride in the car. She loves like being around water and just like being with me. So I've literally been taking her everywhere. But anyways, it's really been hard because I want to focus on like healing my body. And, you know, I did this whole SIBO protocol and try not to be stressed out. And then here I am like sobbing for a week straight and like being so emotional. And, you know, that definitely takes a toll on your body. So I've just been trying to find the right balance with things and not be too hard on myself when I'm feeling like emotional, and just really working through those feelings, because I think that when you don't work through how you're feeling, that's when you can have more issues like down the line, whether it be like emotional issues or physical issues. Like it's just best to go right through any emotions that you're feeling and not put them to the side. That's how I personally feel. So anyways, I'm trying to think of anything positive to say, any positive updates for myself. Oh, I got a Oura ring for Christmas. I really like it. It basically, I mean, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Oura ring. It basically tracks so much. I mean, your sleep, your heart rate, your steps, your exercise, you can track your temperature, like your temperature for your cycle, if you're like a woman. It can do so much, and I've been really liking it. It's definitely made me more aware of like when I get the best sleep. It's definitely when I go to bed before 11. So it's just really great to be more mindful, I think, of that, more so than being too like critical on yourself. It's more like, oh, I'm just gonna make note of like, I get better scores when I go to sleep before 11, you know, and just like keep that in mind. But I don't let it dictate like how I'm feeling. Like it can give you a a readiness score, and if it's like low for some reason, I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna have a shit day because I didn't sleep good according to this. Like I take it into consideration, but I don't let it like dictate how I feel. But I really love it to see like when I wake up at night, like how often I wake up, what my heart rate is, like how much REM sleep I'm getting. Like it gives you so much detail, which is just so amazing. So I've been really liking it a lot. Okay, I think we're done. I need to do my lips and I need to do my hair. All right, hair is pretty good, I think. I honestly need to cut the bangs, but I don't know if we're gonna do that today. We could, we have time. So anyways, I might cut the bangs. But I had to do a red lip for Valentine's Day. But sorry to cry on camera. I really try to not be negative or, you know, whatever. I try to come on here with like positive energy and, you know, I just need to be real sometimes and let you guys know what's been going on, because it is all part of my journey in this life. And so that's the whole point of me posting on here, is to share with you what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, how I'm doing, all the things. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here. I really, really appreciate it. Just know that you're not alone. If you are having a hard time right now, you're not alone. And if you are grieving, just know that I'm sending you a lot of love and a big hug. Please give this video a like if you liked it. I can definitely do more sit down, get ready with me type videos, although I really don't get ready like this much anymore. Usually I'm in like sweatpants and no makeup. But if you like these types of videos, let me know and I'll do more of them. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.